Welcome to Throwback Thursday. Today on Throwback Thursday, we get a special freaking nice little nod to Ava Unit 4A for giving me this data. Because if I didn't know about this, I wouldn't be talking about it. Now, here's the craziest part. Everyone remembers how James Bond used to be, right? Sugar, but not stirred. Or Peter Brosnan. It's like, we had a decent Bond get up and go for so long, am I right? Even GoldenEye has been praised. I personally like Nightfire. Nightfire is so damn good. But then all of a sudden, they decided to go from this James Bond right here that's pretty cool, and of course, yeah, maybe Everything or Nothing. Well, I mean, Die Another Day, but Die Another Day was pretty cool. I mean, Madonna made a good song. They laugh at it and crap, and I say it's a decent movie. I think I might have actually disliked it, but it was still okay. So what happened that made them go from Peter Brosnan into, hey, let's do the Nightfall, let's do the trilogy and continue on with this, with a serious James Bond who doesn't have any gadgets, truly serious, and has guns? Well, folks, it turns out that it might have been Mike Myers' fault. That's right. Mike Myers actually created this movie called Austin Powers. You might remember it. You had Austin Powers, and then you had The Spy Who Shanked Me from Austin Powers, and then we had Goldmember. And to me, I thought those were funny movies. They were very funny. They didn't really harm or hurt anyone. But it turns out it did. It hurt James Bond, in which that's what they were making fun of. Which me personally, I'm like, I don't see the comparison at all. I don't. I don't see the comparison. I thought it was just a funny freaking trilogy. And I was hoping for a fourth one where we have what was his name? Seth Green come back. And it's like, oh shit. Yeah, it's like, Father, I'm still evil and I'm gonna take you down and take down my uncle and take down my grandfather. It's like that would have been cool, but apparently no, it's just a trilogy. So because of that, we had MGM and the other person. They both were very humiliated. Thus is why I think in 2012 they decided to make a brand new James Bond. And you know what I think about that James Bond series? I didn't make it through the first movie. That's right, folks. This movie made me fall asleep just like with the freaky damn Tomb Raider movies. Not the newest one, but the first two with Angelina Jolie. It took me at least 5 tries to finally see that whole entire first movie. And as for Nightfall, I tried and I fell asleep, and I was like, okay, well, fuck this. I tried my best. It's just not that interesting. Even if they try to make it interesting, I'm sorry, but bring the original James Bond back. Okay? Bring the original one back. This one is like, man. And that's why we have, let's see, Kingsman. We have Atomic Blonde. They're like, hey, we're the new James Bond. Frick the new James Bond. We're the new James Bond. We're the it thing. Frick you, MGM. Frick you. And I'm like, they have a point. Even though I don't really like Atomic Blonde that much, they do have a point. And Kingsman is awesome as frick. And I wish I could see the second movie, but I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer until I can finally get in sync with HBO. But yeah, what happened to James Bond to make him that boring freaking piece of shit? It's because of Austin Powers. Wow, that's a messed up realization. It's like, damn, it seems to me it's like that episode in The Simpsons where we had Principal Skinner, who was actually a very fun and awesome guy, but then this prankster put a freaking full so many worms in the swimming pool. Skinner jumped into the swimming pool full of worms, and then sadly the lid closed. So he was in there for like 3 days or something. And as soon as he came out, well, we have Skinner the way he is today, not fun and bland and boring. Even though yeah, Skinner's okay, but I'm just saying, just dragging it home. It's like apparently Austin Powers is the prankster, and his movies are the worm pool. Damn, man. It's just amazing. It's like, wow. but I thought they didn't harm anyone. It's like I enjoyed, I enjoyed Austin Powers though. It was that November thing when it comes to Thanksgiving. It's like it was always that awesome thing, and Vin Troyer got to be millionaire, dude. It's like how the freaking you bash Austin Powers when you know who Vin Troyer is? Because without that, you'll just only have the Shasta McNasty thing that I remember him from, and that's it. But he got mini me, and look at him now. You know who he is. He died, and you know who he is. As for Goldmember, it was like what the and it's personally, I just thought it was funny as freak. I just thought it was a funny video series, movie series, and it's sad that because of Mike Myers did the first movie, and apparently, I mean, MGM could have stopped him. MGM and other company could have stopped him. He could have just been like, "Oh, this is the first movie, and then you're done. You're not doing it anymore." But I think technically they allowed him to continue on because he got two more movies out of it. Apparently, money is more important than being like, "No, James Bond, we love him." No, it's like you kind of sacrificed James Bond though. So, can we really say that he destroyed James Bond? It's like, can we really actually say bad gun, bad gun? Or do we say the ones who actually shot the gun once and they're like, ooh, I like the feel. And they did it two more times. It's like, technically, we're going to have to play MGM and the other person. I mean, I would like to actually be like, yeah, Ava Yoon is correct. It was Mike Myers, but on the other hand, it's like MGM's the one who greenlighted it, and I guess no one read the script or something. And then the first movie came out, and they most likely were humiliated as hell. Then why did you allow the other two movies to happen? Yeah. So MGM, you're also the blame. You're technically, I would say, 95 to 85% blame on this. It's like, yeah, you're the one who changed James Bond. James Bond didn't really have to change. It's like, so he made fun of James Bond. I don't even see it anyways. But okay, so he made fun of James Bond. You're gonna change James Bond into something. Bleh. It's like freaking dude. What the hell, man? What the hell? And it doesn't even have any freaking damn video games to go with it.